hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello everybody and welcome to another patch for Marvel Heroes 2016. Today we are going to be talking about some relatively large changes that are going on this great Deadpool Day weekend, but suffice it to say, this as well as the patch 1.01 are relatively small, and that's why I didn't do a video last week. That one was mostly bug fixes and things like that. This week with 1.02 is a lot of the same thing. There's some bugs with hero powers and things like that that were fixed, but we do have some pretty cool stuff going on. First and foremost, we do have a Deadpool Day weekend couples sale, which means that we have sales on the heroes who are couples within the Marvel Universe. Isn't that so adorable? Yay! In addition, we also have a new fortune card, which is the Winter Fortune card, and it has some pretty cool stuff. So I advise you to just take a look at those two nice little sales that we got going on. In addition, we do have the official Deadpool weekend event going on, and you can collect hearts. They work very, very similar to the trick-or-treat buffs from last October, where after you collect 5 of them, you get a big, giant loot explosion of various sorts that has a chance to drop all sorts of cool stuff, including a mysterious crimson box. So you can get some very exciting items from this. And if memory serves, I believe that the Christmas one worked the same way as well, or the holiday one, I should say. One of the other major changes that we got here was actually to the crafting system. We now have this costume thing right here. Well, we had this before where you get your affix. You get whatever the affix is, but the thing is that once you have an affix that you like, instead of coming back here and re-rolling to get a better number, instead we now have these new values down here that just re-rolls the actual number. So instead of potentially getting a completely new affix that you don't actually want, you will instead, sadly for the same price, but maybe that'll change in a little bit, who knows. You would just put the costume in here, and it would simply re-roll the value that that particular grade has, regardless of if it is an offense or a defense. So, for example, for me, it would change my critical hit damage to, whatever it would be. So I'll give you guys an example here. I'll go ahead and use my rocket costume. First, I'm going to get rid of this slab of Subterranea because I don't want it. So right now, I'm at 341 critical, so we just pop it in there. I just broke it, didn't I? I did. Awesome. I got attack speed now. Woo! You see how intelligent I am, guys? You see, this is why they pay me the big bucks, because I'm super smart. Yay! I didn't have to do it too long. Alright, so now let's re-roll it. See, that's a good example of what not to do. So now we will re-roll it. See, we're on the re-roll instead. And now we'll still have the crit damage, but it just changes the value instead. Alright. Whew! That was close. That was almost a bad thing. But either way, like I said, relatively small patch. The biggest thing is the event. Make sure that you check out those sales for the Deadpool Day weekend. Very, very exciting stuff. Again, last week with the 1.01, I didn't do a video because it was mostly bug fixes. This week, same thing. Lots of hero bug fixes. You guys can check it out on the patch notes. But with that, thank you very, very much for being here. Have a great time playing, and I will see you next time.
Lips as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind.